Tyler. I hope you have your notification bell hit. I am jumping on here right now to notify each and every one of you that this stock that we bought earlier has taken off. And so I want you to be aware of it in after hours. I was just buying this stock in after hours at $1.88 a share. And I want you to be aware it is taking off now. And ladies and gentlemen, some of you may have been buying with me just now in after hours, and you might have bought here at 188, 189, 190, 200, 186. There was a lot of shares we bought just then, 1,600 there, and another 2,000 here in the 190s and 189s. And folks, it's at 225. And I just wanted to make sure you all were aware of it. So I am showing you now BKYI is the stock. Many were concerned about it earlier today. There were some of you that were practically crying over the stock, and I told you it was being manipulated, and I was completely right. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm proud of you. If you didn't fall for it earlier this evening, yes, BKYI, folks, you need to know now is the time to make a move on it. Possibly some of you were buying it earlier, and it is exploding in the after hours. It was just up 15%. It's pulled back a little bit right now, but folks, there is a big run on BKYI, especially if you just bought it 6% down in the after hours. Folks, this thing was being driven down in the after hours, and I bought a whole bunch of shares, and you guys were watching me, some of you, just buy away here when they drove it down just now, just like they did with WHLR yesterday. They did the same thing to WHLR, and look where I bought that yesterday, down there after hours. And I told you this looked the exact same today. I was telling you all that this looked exactly the same today. The chart looked identical, and that's why when it fell, I started buying it, because it looked identical to what we saw on this one here. It looked exactly the same. We were seeing the same movie again. I told you, folks. I told you so. I told you it was all a movie scripted out, and now look at this thing after all these buys in the 180s and 190s. Congratulations, whoever else might have been buying with me there. And I told you, folks, this is something I told you that I felt was going to happen, and I am completely right, as it turns out. Now up 14% and rising, and I just wanted to alert everyone to this fact, okay? I told you earlier today, when you were all worried and you all were complaining, I said, folks, don't worry. This chart looks just like the one we saw yesterday on WHLR. It looked identical almostly. And I said, folks, we just saw this. Let's just buy it here. Let's buy it in after hours. We just saw them do this. We just saw them do this last night with WHLR, and they pulled the same stunt tonight with this one. In the after hours, they drove it down 6%. And then off she's going, and I can't wait to see what this thing does tomorrow. Quite honestly, I can't wait to see what this thing does tomorrow. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong here. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this here. I'm not going to hold through tomorrow. But I wanted you guys to get a chance to sell it here, too, if you were buying with me at 188 and 186 about an hour and a half ago. All right? This is a good place for us, folks, to be exiting this at 226, 227. If you bought at 188, you made a very nice 20% profit. All right? So I'm calling it out now. Wanted to bring it to your attention, folks. BKYI is on the run. And my gosh, did they manipulate that today? And folks, it wasn't even the exact same as Wheeler, because at the last of the day, it went up. See, Wheeler went down. Wheeler went down last night. But boy, did they try to pull the same stunt today and drive everyone out in the after hours early. And you guys were here with me, and you saw them take it way down to 188, 186. You saw me buying shares after shares there, limited share buy orders. And that was just an hour and a half ago, folks. Congratulations. Look at this sucker now. And I really almost can't wait to see. Folks, here's what I'm going to do. And here's what I suggest you do. I want you to do the same thing that I'm going to do here. I want you to sell right now. I want you to take out what you invested earlier today, okay? I want you to take out what you put in. Put how much ever you invested, sell enough, do the math, calculate it out, how much you put in. If you put in 10,000, divide that now by this number to find out how many shares you need to sell here to get your money back out, and take your initial investment off the table, and then let the rest ride house money. There's a 0% chance of you losing any money on this stock. If you sell it right now in the after hours at 226, you're not going to lose a single dime if you now sell all that you initially invested and then ride the rest on the wave of the house money. House money. Catfish, you still loading on Sofi? Yes, I bought Sofi today. When they got it to the low, I bought quite a few shares at 765, 766, 767. I loaded up today. And I had the money to do it with because I sold it when it was at $8.24 the other day. 1 week ago, I sold this at $8.24, folks. Several thousand shares I sold at 813, 814, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I sold also at 824. And I almost got 831, but they stopped it at 830. But I want you to know, folks, that this number that you're seeing, SoFi 7, I told you it was going to happen today. When they ran it down this morning, I told you it was going to go all the way back over $8. I told you so. It's going to go back over 7 is what I said today by the end of the day. And some people must have been shocked that it did that, but I wasn't. I expected it. Now, also, I sold this today, this evening at 2308, 2307. So I was right to sell this SMMT at 2307 today. And you guys could have bought that this morning with me at $17 a share, 1772. And I bought it at 1777, 1788. You guys saw my buy orders on this morning. And then the dang thing took off afterwards. This one, SMMT. It was on my sheet yesterday for you guys to buy it. It said, hey, this one's going to get run down tomorrow. It said, buy this on 9/10. You want to buy this. I wrote this yesterday. I said, buy on 9/10. Buy SMMT. It's up 56%. They're going to jump. They're going to knock it down early in the morning. Pick up this stock right here. Buy this stock, SMMT. Get it in the morning early. And then you could have bought it this morning early right there and look at it all day. Man, oh man, SMMT. Wow. Who can complain about that? And the interesting thing about this was, I want you to see something. The previous close, folks, was 1914. So buying it at 17, folks, it was down about 10% down at 17. It was down $2 or $1.50. It was down $1.50, let's say. So it was about a 35% gain on SMMT today again, folks. It's just an incredible, nice pop on that we did. So congratulations. And now I'm trying to help you make money on this one. So this is the one I told you about this evening. I told you let's buy this when they dropped it down just a little bit ago, and it hit $1.86. And we bought a lot of shares of it. And I just wanted to let you know now it's doing the same thing. So just here this evening in the after hours, I was telling you to buy this stock when they drove it down to 186, 186, 189, 188. I was suggesting you buy there, and earlier I even had you buying in the same range here. And I 2,000 shares accumulated there from $2.18, $2.15 all the way down to $1.94. And you can see it now. It's at $2.29. Oh my gosh, this thing is going, folks. So congratulations to those of you who acquired this stock today. And I know that some of you were worried, but I told you not to worry. I told you to buy more. I told you don't sell it. And I think somebody said, I just took an $800 loss. And I said, no, this thing is going to turn around, folks. Don't do that. This thing is about to make its run right back up just like Wheeler did. And that's the reason. And then you guys probably thought I was crazy when you saw it. And you guys were probably all happy when you saw that you had sold. And then it went all the way down here in after hours. You were like, oh, thank God. Thank God I got out when I did at 190. Look at it. It went all the way down to 188. Oh, and 186. Oh, I'm so glad I sold at 190. I would have lost even more. And meanwhile, while you were maybe selling there, I was buying it because I saw this coming. Look at that now, up 20%. Oh my gosh. So the question is now, where are we going to sell it? What price are we going to sell it? All right, that's the question we have in front of us now. We're sitting now on 4,900 shares of this stock. I love that ring bell sound. Smart man you are, Mr. Catfish. So what I want you to know is now's the time to sell this, okay? Let's not get greedy, and I'm going to sell it. My sell orders are in here, going in now. Limit orders 248, 249, 250. And a matter of fact, I'm going to put a 244 in right now just to get some out right now. SMM, we're selling Bkyi, 248, folks. Bkyi sells, and I'm going to write down right now, sells, as if I get my pen to work, sells after hours on 9/10 at 7:20 p.m. 7:20 p.m. And I'm going to start selling here right now. And I'm selling this stock, Bkyi. And I'm going to go out right now. 250. Let's just put 246 where it is. 246 will pop out 200 there. And then we're going to put out where it is now at 244. We'll go ahead and do that too. 200 there. And then we're going to go ahead and pop out 240. We'll try that right here, 240. 200 at 240. Folks, I want you to follow along with me what I'm doing here. I'm not getting greedy. When I bought this thing, it was down, and now we're back way over where my highest buy was. My highest buy was 252.01 today on this, 252.01, but most of them were much less. All right, so I just sold at 246. And now I'm not even going to put 240 in. I'm just going to go ahead and do a 249 here. 49, 249. 200 at 249. All right. And going in, minimum sell order, 249. Going in now and selling. And I am out of this right now at $2.54. 200 sold there, out. Now let's try 260. Actually, let's do another one here at 255 for sure. 255 is a good number. 200 to sell here, folks. 255. We've got about 5,000 shares here to get rid of, so let's just do them 200 at a time. And I'm in, selling at 255. And my order is in, limit order. And I'm selling Bkyi, folks. And I'm out at 255 again, 200 there. Thank you. I'm going to go again here at 259 now, 259. 200 at 259. These are sells, folks. We had accumulated 4,900 shares already, and here we go out again. I'm going to put an arrow over here and sell these. I have to sell on another side of the paper. And we're selling now Bkyi, Bkyi, sell. And we are here selling now at 264 is the next number. 264, this is after hours. At 7:24 p.m. All right. 264 is the next order I'm going to put in for 100 shares there, 264. And then I'm going to put in right now at 256. 256. So let me get in an order here at 256, guys. And then we're going to put in 264 is the next number we want. Okay, 256. We got it in. We're looking for a 256 sell and then a 264. I'm going to go in next for a sell at 264. Oh my gosh, folks, this is just incredible. All right, and now I'm going to put in one where we are here again at 255 since I know how much they like that number, 255. I'll try that again. And I've got an order to sell at 256 right now, waiting to fill. And I know they like 255 a lot, so I'm going to put an order there again. They'll buy it there. And I'm trying for 256 and 264. And then I want to put in a 265 here too. All right. Folks, don't be greedy here. And now, believe it or not, I'm going to put in a, since I've got so many shares of this, about 5,000 shares almost, well, I'm going to sell right now a whole bunch of them at 250. I'm just going to put in a 2,000 share order at 250 to sell now. I'm not going to get greedy. 250. And we'll see what they get. And I'm going to do 2,000 shares there. I'm not going to be greedy, folks. I'm just going to take this right now. And doggone, it's a 255, so I'll just make it 254. And I'm going in now to sell 2,000 shares at 254 right now. Come on, baby. And I am filled at 255. Beautiful. Ooh, okay, 255. All right. Oh, man, very nice, folks. 255, 2,000 shares out there. And I've also already sold 100 at 255. And I've got an order at 256. And I've got an order at 264. We'll see how much higher it goes here now. But it's nice to take that off the top there, 2,000 of the 4,900 I had. And now we're going to go ahead and just kind of nibble at it here. We've got a 256 waiting here. Hopefully we'll fill. And then the next number we want to do, and let's do a 258. 258. These should be good till canceled sell orders, folks. Good till canceled. And then we'll put in a 261. And these will just be 100 share orders, folks. 100 share orders at 256, 258, 261, 264. And then I'm going to put in another 500 at 265. And 500 at 265. And then I'm going to put in 500 at 266. Okay, so folks, I am now in on this. There's a 256. I just sold there 100. That's another 100 off. Here we go, folks. Next number's 258. Next number's 258. Catfish can smell opportunity. You are crashing it today. Yeah. Yep, in 3 minutes.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, turn off. God bless you, buddy. Mike the Greek, thank you very much. Was there good news? No, I don't see any news at all. I just know manipulation when I see it, folks. And what I saw in the after hours today was absolutely looked like just like yesterday's manipulation. 257, folks. Come on, 258, folks. Come on up here, Timmy. 258. So folks, today I was suggesting that you guys buy this stock, and when they started to attack it very big, I started to buy a lot more of it. And I want you to see that I originally started buying this at 252.01. This was my first buy today, 9/10, 252.01. And when it was there, and look at it, even now, 253, I'm up on every single position. But look how many shares that we were picking up from 252.01 all the way down here to 213. 1,300 shares right there from 252 to 213. And then from 213 down to 194, I bought another 2,000 shares. And then from there, I bought even more when it got in the after hours, when they ran it down in the after hours. I got it at 186, 186, 189, 188, 190, 188. I was buying it like mad when they ran it down in the after hours, just like Wheeler yesterday. I pulled the same thing off. I decided to buy a bunch of shares there in the 186s and 188, 190, 189. And sure enough, boom, the thing goes off and it's up to 245 in the after hours now. And this is the same thing that Wheeler did. It's so sweet to see it, folks. It's so sweet to see it. And thank you, Lord. Oh, Lord, thank you. And I just got through selling. And I'm selling more here, folks. I'm going to keep selling it all until every share is gone. I'm just going to keep selling it till they're all gone. Price now is 246. Let's try to see if somebody wants it at 250 right here. 250. And I'll sell. I'll try and see if I can get rid of 200 here at 250. And we'll put that in. We just saw a 255, so I'm going for 250 now. For 200 at 250. And I want to thank you all for being here with me. Congratulations. Those of you that were so scared on this one, I told you to hold your ground. I told you to hold your ground and to stay firm. And I told you do not sell. All right. I was trying to give you the idea that I showed you the chart. It looked just like Wheeler. And I was saying, please don't sell here. When someone I think said I just lost 800, I went, oh my God, you got to be kidding me, right? You see me buying here and accumulating and you're selling it right there out of pure fear. And that's what I told you, your mouths are going to be hanging open later. That's what I said today earlier. I said, your mouths are going to be hanging open when you see what this thing does. If you sold at 190. And I bet your mouths are hanging open now. D Nasty, I think you were one of the biggest proponents of selling and paranoia. And look at it now. Look at it now. All right, I'm not going to monkey around with it, folks. I'm going to sell this all now. I'm going to put in my sell order here at 233. 233. I'm just going to sell all I got left. I'm going to get out now. Minimum sell orders going in now. I'm going to sell the remainder of my shares right now at this price. 20% up this afternoon. Wow. What a great day, everyone. And I'm out at 238. 2,700 shares. Say sayonara to them. All right, everybody. All right. Well, congratulations, everyone. And I'm glad I was able to jump on there and get you out here at the high of the evening. All right. I hope you did sell with me when I sold some at 256, 255, 254, 255. Very good sells there. Hi, everyone. Hey, Cat and Tank. Hello, Nicole. Well, I just got through telling everybody to sell this stock. We bought it here a little bit ago, and we were buying it just about 2 hours ago at 188 and 189 and 186 and 186 and 180, 190. We were buying it 2 hours ago in the after hours, and it went down to 243. And I actually sold some at 255. I sold 2,000 shares at 255. And in total of all the shares that I had bought today, the most I paid was 252. So to get out tonight at 255 was fabulous. And I sold 2,000 shares there at 255 that I had bought down here in the 188s and 186s, 186, 188, 189, 188, and just sold them all at 255 in the after hours, and sold many of them there. And the rest I just sold at 238. So I'm out, folks, and congratulations if you caught that little drop right there today and made a beautiful profit on Bkyi. And so I'm not going to go any longer on this. Those of you that sold this, though, you must be going, oh my God, friend bought at 248. What should I do? I'm selling it. I just got through selling it here. He's at work. Yep. Your friend bought at 248. What should you do? I don't know what to tell you to do. If you can't sell it, you can't sell it. Tomorrow, the thing looks like it might go over $3, but I'm just going to get out here. I just sold it at 255. And that's because I had bought a lot at below. And your friend, you should call him and tell him, hey, get online and sell your stock if you can. And that's what I would say if he bought it at 242. Now, he may take a little bit of a hit here, but folks, the price was up to 255 in after hours, and it was even over that. I don't even know how high it went. I can find out right now how high it went in after hours. Hold on, I'll find out. Bookmarks. Come over here, and we're going to go to after hours trades, Bkyi. We're going to put it over here on the right, down here low. Bkyi is where we're searching. Bkyi. And there it is. It comes up as Bkyi International. And we're going to find out what the highest was in the after hours. And right now you can see the after hours high, low. Here it is, after hours last trade. And here it is. After hours high was $2.60. The after hours high was $2.60 at 7:24 p.m., everyone. And that's when I started this stream. And I told you all it's time to sell this right now. All right. And that you can go look at the time of the stream, how long it's been on. And it was at 7:24. And you guys can see. So I wanted you to be aware of it, folks, that this thing was popping and it was time to be making some profit. And so congratulations on those that didn't fall for the scam, the manipulation. You didn't fall for it, folks. You were smart enough to not fall for it. So congratulations to each and every one of you who's here on this channel with me now at this hour. I know it's a little bit late, but guys and gals, you did right today if you bought into both Wheeler and this one here, and you got to sell where we just did, folks. So congratulations to all of you. And I thank you very much for being here with me. I'm not going to, there's no point in really taking it any much longer. If you got out, you got out. If you didn't, tomorrow the thing could continue to spiral upwards. I don't know how high it's going to go, but I am a believer that 2 birds in the hand is worth 1 in the bush. And so as you can see here, right now there are 18 that are watching this channel with me. And I want to thank all of you that are here that hit the notification bell. And I hope that you owned this stock today. And I hope that you did real good on it. I hope you did real good on it today. I hope you did superb. And I know it wasn't easy to hold on to it. I know it was scary. I know it was scary. But folks, sometimes you just have to know in your gut feeling what's being done, and you have to just go with your instincts, folks. And that's what I did today, and that's what I've done in the last 2 days. I'm kind of running on instincts here, and my instincts have been good lately. I'm in fine tune with things. 11,000 out, 1,000 K house. All right, nice. 11,000 out. Do Farmer. Yeah, Do Farmer, make your popcorn and enjoy the debate. Absolutely. It's going to be a real comedy coming our way here in 20 minutes. We're going to see what I think is going to be a phenomenal demolition of a competitor. And what I mean by that is I think that Donald Trump, if allowed and capable of doing it, and he's a very, very capable man, will find a way to show everyone how two-faced she is, how she's changed her stance incredibly on so many issues. She has changed and waffled and flip-flopped. She's changed and waffled. She said some of the most hilarious things like, we've been to the border. No, you haven't. Well, no, but I haven't been to Europe either. So I don't understand what you're getting at. I mean, just some of the stuff. And he is just going to absolutely annihilate the chuckle out of her. She won't be chuckling after night, folks. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun thing to watch. And I hope he gets to show how many times she's changed her face and put on a costume that matches what she's been told. And the stance that she's now taken. You notice, takeaway, here's one takeaway for you tonight. Notice how she stopped using her hands like she's talking to 2-year-olds. They've told her to cut it out, Kamala. They've said, stop using your hands and talking to people like 2-year-olds. So watch her. They probably got her hands duct taped to the something, or they've got pretty heavy wristbands on her or something to keep her from using her freaking hands. I wouldn't doubt to see them hardly used at all because they have trained her to stop using her hands, okay? Because it looked so mommy-like, mommy, look what you're doing for all your little sibling, your little children. And they told her to ditch that. And yeah, so you watch and see. We will be buying more of Bkyi as it comes down again. Yes, Jake, Job and Kassar, that's right. Tomorrow morning, we will take advantage of the manipulation down tomorrow morning. So I've been watching you lately. Your energy is awesome, not like a lot of these traders out here. Yep, I hear you. Well, Sonny, man, I'm on. I got my finger on the pulse of the market, you might say. Okay, and I'm not just using guesswork here. I'm using charts. I'm using volume. I told you also today, this stock here, I suspect tomorrow or in the days to come will make a very, very, very nice recovery. And we're going to make a 45 or 50% gain on this because this stock right here traded 68 million shares yesterday. And today it only took 1.2 million shares to drive the price down 17% where I bought it. So this stock is going to make a move to the upside because it had, look at the historical data. This stock yesterday traded 68 million shares. Look at the historical data that I'm going to show you right now. This stock yesterday traded 68 million shares when it averages 35,000 shares a day. And you're going to tell me after 68 million shares were traded that the price is going to fall a whole 16, now 19%, and it's going to do that on a measly 1.2 million shares today? That's not enough to hold it down, people. That's not enough with this much coming in. That's not enough to hold it down the much they ran it down today. It just isn't enough to do it, folks. It isn't enough. When you had that much volume the day before at 68 million shares to drive the price all the way up here to 698, I have a very strong feeling that just 1.2 million shares is not going to be able to hold it down to the low 330 today, and it closed at 368 to prove it. Folks, this thing is actually going to do a very nice move to the upside, I believe, because that's too many shares, 68 million. And that's too little shares to make it fall that much. It's just too few. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Wheeler tonight, someone told me they ran it again down in after hours. They ran it down negative in after hours again, and it turned around and went green again here now. Someone said they did the same thing. They're doing the same thing to Wheeler in after hours tonight. So they must have drove it down 8 or 10% in after hours, and now it's up green. So can't wait to see what that one does tomorrow either as well. All these look good, folks. Everything looks fine. Everything's doing well. Don't worry. Sofi also will be fine tomorrow, and it's on its way to 750, 8, 850, 9, and 10. It'll be there soon enough, folks. You'll see. It'll happen so fast, you just won't believe how quickly it occurs, especially with volume like this today. 57 million shares traded today, and yesterday's volume was how much? Yesterday's volume was 33 million. 33 million, and today almost freaking twice that much to manipulate the price down to 675 and then get slaughtered by longs who took it up 30 cents. Wow. Kick butt, Sofi. Way to go. Way to go, longs. Sorry, Shorty. It's a terrible day for you. That frown that you put on the chart early this morning went away real fast and turned into a big fat smiley face. That's right, folks. Look at the frown that they had there, the big frown on the frown there. And look how it turned into a big old fat friggin' smiley face. Look at that. There's one tooth over here. The person's looking this direction and they're smiling with a big smile on their face because the shorts got screwed again today. Oh my goodness gracious. And look how much the market was manipulated down today, and everything then went green. Was red at lunchtime, went green. Deeply red at lunch, almost green. Red at lunchtime, green. Deeply red, almost green. See that? Oh my gosh, folks, it's setting up for a great day tomorrow. It's setting up for a great day tomorrow, everyone. Man, are we going to have a great day on the market? And I cannot wait to hear what the reaction is of all of these panels of news people on all these stations when they see how she gets dismantled tonight on the stage, okay? And all of their hopes, dreams, and aspirations will turn into panic, panic, panic. Okay? And that's what I think she's going to do tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of cases and instances where she's going to mumble and stumble over her words and kind of look up. She'll be rolling her eyes up. She'll be looking for her eyes to be moving away and not looking directly at the camera when she answers questions that she's not being honest about. Watch her eyes to be shifty and not focused and looking straight ahead into the camera when I think she's going to have some real issues tonight. And I can't wait to see it happen. I can't wait to see a moment like we saw the last time when Donald Trump said, you know what, folks, I'm not sure what Joe Biden just said. I couldn't figure it out. And I honestly don't believe whether he could figure out what he said either. And that is the kind of thing that I'm going to expect to hear again tonight. I'm going to hear her throwing her word salad around all over the place. And at some point he's going to say, huh? She'll start to answer the question in one way and it'll drift over to another topic and then it'll drift to another one. Watch how she poses all these things. She'll answer the first question of what they directly throw at her, but then she'll shift over to something else that's on her agenda that she has to say. She won't stay on the question pertinent. Watch what she's going to do. You're going to see a lot of deflection. You'll see a lot of deflection. They're going to ask her something like when they say, well, what about the fracking? Well, you said that before you were majorly against it. And she'll say, I've stood by my policy the whole time. And then, well, you said before that you weren't, I haven't changed. I'm steadfast. What I said 4 years ago is what I mean now. It's just all she's going to say. It'll be funny. You heard that in the last interview. She just flat out just wouldn't even respond to that question. She just said, well, I haven't changed my view. And yeah, that's what they're talking to her about, the fact that you changed so much on fracking. But she said, nope, didn't change. It's hilarious, folks. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see this. It's going to be a good comedy hour. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you for being here. This is why I'm here. I'm here to tell you about this stock. I told you just now, this was a stock we bought today. And a lot of you have started buying it around $2.40 a share, and we bought it all the way from 240 down into the 188s and 186s, and now she turned around this evening and was up 20%, and I just sold it at 255 per share, and I also sold at 238. So I want you guys to know, and some I sold at 256, and I almost got 258. But folks, I wanted to alert you to it real quick here this evening that this thing has taken off, and I wanted you to know that it's going to the moon tomorrow as well, probably. So watch this in the morning, folks. Watch it close in the morning. Watch and see what happens with it. But I just sold it at 255. The high in the after hours was $2.60. So congratulations if you bought this in the 240s, 230s, 220s, 210s, $2, 190s, 180s. Congratulations, all right? I'm done. That's all I wanted to tell you about. And I'm going to let you go now. I want to thank you for being here with me, and I hope that you did, in fact, buy that stock today with me, Bkyi. And even though it was on my list to buy tomorrow, I had a feeling there was some money to be made on it today when I saw it this morning. Yeah. Her running mate is a clown. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they talked about him serving in the military, which he claimed that he was carried guns. He carried guns. And then he had to back talk that, and he never was. He never carried a gun. He never did. He didn't go overseas. He didn't fight in Iran, Iraq, or any other arena. He's never fought in any arena. But there he was telling a bunch of kids in a schoolroom that he was Mr. carrying guns around. What's Kamala going to say to him when she starts wants to take? That's not going to happen anyway. It's never going to happen, folks. Hey, I just wanted guys you to let Catfish after hours. Yes, I had to jump on here because the stock that we bought today jumped up. It jumped up big time. This is it. This is the stock, Bkyi. I was buying it, as a matter of fact, just 2 hours ago in the after hours for $1.86 a share. And I started buying a bunch just like I did Wheeler when they ran Wheeler down last night. They did the same thing with Wheeler last night. In the after hours, they shoved it way down, even though it had been up in the 6s and 7s. They attacked it under low volume in the after hours down to 606, and I bought the crap out of it. And you saw me today sell this thing over $9 a share. A 30% gain on this again. Wheeler, again, a 30% gain. This is one we made $13,000 on day before yesterday. This was proven to you by our guy, Pale Pinkish Humanoid. And now we make another huge gain on this, buying it down here in the 6s and then sold it today in the 9s. And then after this, tonight, we got another score. They ran this thing down that I had been buying for 250, 239, 227, 230s, 211s, 218, 219, 196, 198. I had 2,000 shares. I had 3,300 shares. And then here, I bought this evening, so I had 4,900 total shares of this stock. I had 4,900 shares. And look at it now. Bam. I mean, she just freaking took off. And I sold it at 255. And I sold some also at 238. So I sold it at 255, 256, and then it started to fall, so I sold the rest at 238. And congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. That's a very nice profit on this stock today, Bkyi. And I don't need to stay on here any longer. Somebody out there do a Catfish recap. I tell you, man, the Catfish recap was one heck of a fantastic freaking day today, folks. The Catfish recap rock and rolled. I mean, it was insane, folks. In the after hours, this was at 7:24 p.m. when I started this broadcast. I sold in the after hours. I had sell orders up here, but then when it started dropping, I sold right there, 2,000 at 255. I had 4,900 shares total, and I sold 2,000 at 255. And then it dropped on down, and I sold 2,700 right there. And I also sold up here a couple hundred at 256 and another at 255. So all 4,900 shares have now been sold, and I got them to sell at 255. Most of them 2,000 there, and 2,700 at 238. A great day. Oh my gosh, what a great day. Superb, everybody. It doesn't get much better than this. It really doesn't. It doesn't get much better than this. All right, folks, I'm done. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at several stocks, just like this one today. You could have bought this morning when I told you to buy it this morning. SMMT. This was one of my top picks yesterday. One of my top picks because it had seen such a big run up of 56%. This was one of my top picks to buy today. And I told you, buy this on 910 SMMT, up 56%. And then it went on up today. If you bought it at the beginning at the $17.77 where I bought it. The low today on it was $17.72, and I bought it at $17.77. $17.77, $17.78, and $17.88 is where my buys were. 20 of each, and boom, it took off. Oh my gosh, I didn't get too many. I wish I'd have bought a lot more. But man, that was a nice one today, folks, and hopefully we get one like that tomorrow. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys. Just want to let you know, a fantastic jump on that stock, and congratulations. And I know some people today were so frustrated about it, and they were all piling in. D Nasty was coming in and saying, oh my gosh, we bought this here, and look at it, it's all the way down, and blah, I'm losing. I just sold, I lost $800. And I was like, oh my God, what are you selling for? I'm buying more here. This is just manipulation, people. But people learn the hard way. And that's a tough one if you sold that today at 190. It's a very hard thing to look at, I'm sure, right now, to see the price there when you sold, if you did, when you freaked out at 190. But I told you, that's the way these stocks move, and you have to be able to really interpret them. You have to be here long enough to study and watch and realize what they're doing and how they're doing it. And then after a while, it starts to sink in. So congratulations, everybody. A very nice profit on this one that we just bought 2 hours ago at $1.86, $1.88, $1.89, and a fantastic profit. They popped it just like I thought they would. Yep. Nicole Barbie, thanks, Kat. Have a great night. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Have a super night, everyone. I'm going to get out of here. And as always, I hope that you are surrounded with love because you deserve it. Bye-bye. We'll see you 9:15 a.m. tomorrow.